Hi, fourth graders, Mrs. Knight here, and we are going into a geometry unit, and we're going to study angles today. Our target is identifying, drawing, and measuring angles. What do you know about angles? You might know that they are all around us. We see them in windows, we see them in food. They're going to remind us of fractions that we've learned. They're in clocks, if you see a clock like this in your house. They are in stairs. We have lots of right angles all around us. We also see them in nature. This is fascinating to look at. Once we study these, you're going to see them everywhere. I'd like to look at the types of angles today. Let's look at this first one. A 0-degree angle is just a line, right? 0 degrees. Next angle we're going to look at is an acute angle. An acute angle is anything less than 90 degrees. So anything less than this line right here is a 90 degrees. When we look at an angle, we're going to look at the inside of this measurement right here. That's an acute angle. Next one we're going to look at is a right angle. You've seen this many times, and that's the edge of a square. That's our right angle. That's equal to 90 degrees. Now we have an obtuse angle, and that is greater than 90 degrees. It's going to have a measurement that goes past a corner, past this 90-degree mark. And then we look at a straight angle, and this is equal to 180 degrees. And I put a horizon here to look at because this horizon is a straight angle. When we're looking at measuring angles today, we're going to look at 2-degree angle, and as we go up, this angle is growing. It's going to approach 90-degree angle, and as it gets bigger, called an obtuse angle, right? And all the way up to a straight angle. And if we go beyond that, that's our reflex angle. Okay, let's go back and pull up a pattern block here. So let's pull in a rhombus here. And if we put it right there in the corner of our protractor and we bring our angle down a little bit, we're going to see that this angle of this rhombus is 30 degrees. Good, that's an acute angle. But let's turn our rhombus and measure the other angle in it. We're going to put the center, and we're going to turn this pattern block here. The obtuse angle is equal to 150 degrees. Good. This rhombus aside and pull this square out to 90 degrees. It doesn't matter which angle we look at in this square, they're all going to be equal to 90 degrees. So you might be able to see that this all adds up to 90 is 4. And so all of the angles inside of a square are going to be equal to 360 degrees, or trapezoid. So let's look at this corner right here. So we're going to corner of that trapezoid inside here and move our edge of our protractor down, and so we can see that this angle on this trapezoid is equal to 60 degrees. Let's look at another angle of the trapezoid. So if we turn it to look at obtuse angle in the center, you can see that this angle right here is equal to 120 degrees. Let's look at a triangle. And so if we look at this triangle, we measure side angle right here, it's equal to 60 degrees. And if we turn it, it's also equal to 60 degrees because this is an equilateral triangle. And this triangle has 60-degree measurements on all 3 angles. And so a triangle with 3 angles of 60 degrees, 3 times 0 is 0, and 6 times 3 is 18. So a triangle, all of the angles equal 180 degrees. Very interesting. So let's go back to our presentation and look at another website that I found with the online protractor, because we don't all have protractors at home, do we? And so if we look at a protractor and we look at the angles, so let's go back to our rhombus who had a 30-degree angle. We're going to go from a 0-degree angle and look at the edge and count up so that we look at the side of the protractor and measure this to be 30 degrees. So our square, we put in the corner and we went up to 90-degree angle, right? That was our 90 degree, our right angle. Let's think about our trapezoid that had an obtuse angle of 120 degrees. If we put it inside of this protractor with the center right here in the center, we'd be able to measure a 120 degree angle inside the protractor. Today, I also found a great website where you can measure angles using an online protractor. Let me show you how to use, and you can measure some angles at home. This one, you get to choose your level, and there's acute angles, there's obtuse angles, there's reflex angles as a super challenge. You're going to put the protractor right on this vertex, right on this point right here, and you're going to put that right in the center. Make sure the 0 is right here, and you're going to count up. So if you're counting up, you're going to look at these blue numbers and see that the measurement right here is 60 degrees. You're going to line up the vertex right here on this point, hold down the shift key, and line up the 0 degree. There is our 0 angle. And then we're going to measure up. You're going to count up, and it's going to be a little past 50 on that one, and you're going to type the measure of the angle right there. I want you to measure all of these angles the best you can, and then you're going to check your work, and it's going to tell you which ones to look at again and which ones you got right. We're going to be studying geometry for the next month, so look forward to working with you. Have a great week.